Cancer, this is going to be a reading for you. As always, please take what resonates and leave what does not. We're going to be using the Rider-Waite deck today. We're going to take the King of Cups out of the deck as a significator for you. Please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hype the video if you find that this reading does resonate with you. Go ahead and take a look here, what you need to see, Cancer, what's going on for Cancer. The Fool in reverse, the Empress, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Five of Wands in reverse. We have the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. Well, whatever you're working toward, Cancer, definitely pays off for you. There's a lot of earth energy out here with all these pentacles moving into the future. King and Queen of Pentacles out here. It could be that there was a particular creative element or aspect here that you've been neglecting up until now that you have kind of picked back up recently, Ace of Wands. And it's leading you to prosperity and abundance as you continue to work to this. And this is what you're kind of anticipating. It seems like you've turned a chaotic situation around for yourself, this Five of Wands in reverse. It seems like for a while you were kind of disconnected from your divine feminine aspect of material creation. And for a minute, maybe you were ignoring this. But it seems like this is something that you're stepping more so into, this divine feminine creative aspect, the Empress. And as you do this, you generate more income or wealth for yourself. You have the Eight of Pentacles. You're mastering a skill, a talent, putting your energy into this Ten of Pentacles. Longevity, abundance, family. There could be a donor here around you as well, this King of Pentacles, or someone who's helping you with this process. Could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also do have the energy of Gemini out here. Well, this is spectacular, Cancer. I'm not really seeing any like real aspects or elements of like love out here besides the Lovers in reverse, but I'm not necessarily getting that this is a love reading. You could, I guess, kind of spin it that way, but this is more so oriented toward your career, stability, and success. I'm not getting any cups out here besides the King of Cups, and that's you. We have Temperance in reverse. Maybe it's been difficult to manage a certain project up until now. Let's go ahead and clarify these. Or maybe it was just the case that you were feeling like you had to put something on the back burner. The Fool in reverse. What is the Fool in reverse? Something here you were ignoring. Clarifying the Fool in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, yeah. Apprehension, suspicion, impatience, also anxiety about money. So you could have been ignoring your anxieties about money. It could have been that you had like this nagging feeling and you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. But actually you had an idea that you were just kind of ignoring, and maybe it was like a last resort for you. And then you finally decided, Ace of Wands, here we go. The world, success, exactly. And then we have the Empress in the crossing position being clarified by the King of Swords. Like I said, there's that idea, that clear thought form, that authority within the self that sort of needed to be decided upon to create. The Empress, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Six of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Three of Pentacles in reverse is an energy of mediocrity, pettiness, aimlessness, weakness. Six of Swords into the Queen of Swords. It's like you moved on from that energy into the energy of the Queen of Swords, one of critical thinking, understanding like, you know, this is what makes sense, right? I'm going to go ahead and do what I know is going to work for me. Instead of continuing in this aimless prospect, whatever that was in the past, I'm going to go ahead and do what I know is right for me after having given it some thought. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. So your divine masculine and feminine aspects are balanced in the mental now. In the physical, it seems like they were struggling a little bit here with the Lovers in reverse, being clarified by the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's like this energy of laziness within you is finally sort of dissipating here, Cancer. My goodness gracious. How nice. How nice. Yeah, you're moving forward. You're making some dough. You're making some bread. You got some abundance coming in here. I see you, Cancer. We have the Ace of Wands in the past being clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. It's like, why didn't I do this sooner? Why was I looking at this from such a surface level point of view? Why couldn't I see this for all the beautiful happiness, abundance, self-worth, and fulfillment that this would bring me? Why didn't I do this sooner? Why didn't I begin this sooner? What was wrong with me, right? Why was I being so cranky? Why was I being so hyper fixated on the practical or what I considered to be practical elements, right? Lessons learned. Moving into the future, we have the Ten of Pentacles being clarified by Justice, the King of Cups in reverse, and the Six of Cups. Remember that person? Remember that one time, Cancer, where you were dealing with somebody who was emotionally volatile and rude and cruel and terrible toward you at work? Well, this is justice for that. Okay. We have the Five of Wands in reverse being clarified by Judgment, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Eight of Cups. Walking away from anything that made you feel like you couldn't trust your own judgment. Seems like you're kind of reconciling within yourself with situations that made you feel like you were lacking confidence. And you're turning it on its head and you're turning it around and you're actually using it for your benefit. You're saying, anything that did that to me did not make me feel like I was in the right place, and obviously I was not in the right place. It put me onto the right path. That's basically how you're justifying this. And you're saying, okay, you know what? Anything that wasn't for me in the past had to go. It had to slip away. Didn't necessarily have anything to do with my talent. It didn't have necessarily anything to do with my ability to meet challenges. It didn't even necessarily have to do with my level of competency. It had to do with the fact that it simply was not for me and my calling lies elsewhere. And that's where I'm going to go. Eight of Cups. King of Pentacles in your environment being clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you taking a chance, taking a risk on this investment here. Shifting your perspective is leading you to an abundance of wealth, luck, prosperity. Taking a chance on something new, something that you had kind of waited for a minute, the Hanged Man, something that you were suspended on, or something that you had to put yourself on trial for. There was also here an element here of you no longer being willing to sacrifice yourself for causes outside of what you consider to be worthy. Then we have the Six of Pentacles and Hopes and Fears being clarified by the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Wands, and the King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you're anticipating that. You're anticipating some treasure, some wealth coming in for you. There's a part of you that might be getting a little bit of an ego boost from this as well, King of Wands in reverse. I think it's because maybe you're not necessarily super confident, like I said before, in the path that you're currently walking, but it seems like it's still getting you somewhere. The Eight of Pentacles being clarified by the Three of Swords in reverse, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. More than anything, you just wanted to get through a painful period, one where you were very confused, and you're working through that by picking up whatever this is now, Cancer. This is lovely. This is a beautiful reading. What else do we have for Cancer? Literally the Valley of Love. What else do we have for Cancer, please? Centeredness and universal mind, yeah. This is you finding your center and getting back to what you know is right for you. put quite simply. Okay. Doing what you know is correct. It's going to bring you a lot of abundance, good luck, prosperity, happiness, joy, contentment. Make you feel more like yourself. Here comes the thunder. Habit in reverse. There's shift in reverse and manifestation in reverse. Manifestation in reverse, feeling discouraged and defeated, negativity mindset, attracting the wrong energy, denying or giving away your own power, going down a path that feels inauthentic to you. The affirmation is, I'm a magnet for all my desires, with 5-5 in reverse shift. Fear of change and stagnation, clinging to past grudges or negativity, lack of commitment to your goals, anxieties, or worries about the future. The affirmation is, I let go of all excuses for not improving my life. This seems to be the energy that you're moving out of as you come into the center and come into balance, or knowing that what you're doing currently is what is meant for you. Okay, Cancer. What else do we have for Cancer, please? Dreams and safety in reverse. Once again, I'm getting the feeling that you were hiding from your dreams for a little while, kind of keeping them at arm's length, keeping them at a distance for whatever reason. Safety in reverse. It's like you just kind of hid. All right. What else we got for Cancer? Resonating and deep diver. Lots of water out here now. Okay. No longer playing by the shallows, instead deciding to dive deeper in is going to be a very healing experience. You'll notice a lot of synchronicities and signs as you do this, because you are coming into alignment with your divine path. All right. What else do we have for Cancer? Deeper than before, and ancestral healing. Yeah, you're being called to go all in. Like I said, no longer playing by the shallows. These are just pretty much the same cards. This is very deeper than before, deep diver, ancestral healing with whale song, which whale song has to do with healing and resonance, healing, resonance, and synchronicities. With ancestral healing, you're not only healing yourself, you're healing your bloodline, you're healing a community around you as well, Cancer. That is what we have for you. If you would like to book me for a personal reading, don't forget to go all in, okay? Last thing I will say, deep diver, diving deep into a task with deeper than before. No longer playing by the shallows, no longer doing what you consider to be safe. Instead, deciding to go for it and jumping into the deep end is the correct answer for you, and that's what you're coming to recognize. You're understanding that it's a very healing experience for you as well. But this is what we have for you, Cancer. Once again, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to, please do consider booking me for a personal reading down below in the link in my bio. Please consider leaving me a like, share, subscribe, hype, comment with how the reading resonated with you. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, Cancer. Take care.